probably the most valuable thing is you being able to extract our ideas from our heads. A lot of times as a business owner or as someone that's really at the heart of what you've built, what you want. Intellectually, it's in your head. But to get it out of your head and into some words on paper that make sense to other people, doing it in a way it's consumable. Like I've heard the difference between data and information. Like you have a lot of data, you have a lot of knowledge up here. I know I have a lot of knowledge up here. Then getting that to be informative and actually have an impact, make a difference, be consumable, understandable, easily understandable by someone else. That's an art form. And it takes dedication, which, the Digitize You team has. It takes integrity, the integrity of listening, which a lot of companies don't have. A lot of individuals don't have. It's nothing against them. It's just not a trained way of being. It's not something that you can get from most people. For them to really be, in fact, we were always trued up throughout the whole process. We were trued up to our message. So like, remember guys, you said this, and then get right, back on track. So I'd say those corrections, the analogy of the airplane flying from point A to Z, right? It's how many times does it change on path? And there were a lot of changes along the way. And I'd say I really profoundly appreciate the patience, but also the rigor. And that's a balance too. You want to work with a vendor that has both patience when needed, compassion when needed, but also some rigor and some holding us to account whenever it was needed. And then there's this thing about blind spots. There's things that we can't see and we can't hear, and we can't hear that we can't hear, right? So having that voice, having someone to bounce ideas off of that can really listen very keenly for the message, and like I said, do that extraction and do that skillfully. I think that's been huge. And then just being able to count on someone. We had a regular cadence of calls, and we could count on that we were going to get some work done, and we rate the overall calls really high, really, really high. I've worked with other teams before. I've hired teams to work on projects, but the amount of communication back and forth, and whether it was email, Slack, whatever we wanted, frankly, and we got it. You don't get that kind of cooperation with most vendors. But also, I would say, go through all your considerations. Have all of them: the time, the money, the whatever, and just know that if the weight of what you're out to accomplish and the impact that you're out to have, Digitize You is going to get it done. And would you rather one more time procrastinate, or would you rather jump in knowing that you've got a team that's skillful, highly trained, dependable, integrous, all of it? You're going to get all of it with them. You're going to get what you need.